The way these bishops be talking to y'all about, you said you were going to donate, now it's time to donate. The way y'all let these pastors and bishops talk to y'all couldn't be me.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another King of Reads video. Happy Thursday. Girl, we got a couple things to talk about on the list today. I got my list and I'm checking it twice. We got a couple of things to talk about. We got to talk about this bishop in Detroit that is mad, honey, about them $1,200. My last $2 I'm not going to lose. We got to talk about Kevin McCall crying like, girl, it's hard. The good bishop asking for $2,000, y'all giving $12,000. Kevin McCall out here with a food stamp card. I know a lot of people that would love to have a food stamp card and be straight. So I don't know, Kevin. You got to figure it out. We got to talk about Cardi B and Armon Wiggins. Baby, Cardi B let the lashings out on Twitter Spaces yesterday about Armon Wiggins, and I did giggle. We got to talk about Keyshia Ka'Oir versus Nicki Minaj, because Nicki Minaj was in Twitter Spaces talking about Keyshia Ka'Oir and her bumblebee sting or allergic reaction, and something happened and she had to cut the live. Like, girl, you better lay low. We got to talk about Diddy asking for a pardon from Trump, and Trump said, girl, I ain't got nothing to do with that. We got to talk about Wendy and Eddie Osefo, because it's seeming as though Eddie might be taking the fall for it, so Wendy can be left alone, because she's asking for the charges to be dismissed and for her to be separated from the court case. Girl, we got so many things to talk about, but before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and get into this mental health check-in. Mental health is going to be real quick. I'm feeling good, living better, all of the things. Child, this week did start off with taking a tumble. Okay, it took a little tumble. I woke up and I was about to run my errands, and the next thing you know, my battery was dead. Like, I was about to let the chopper sing. I don't need any more. I don't want to shut it to chop. I'm tired of spending money. Georgia Power right here. Y'all better go out and vote. We got to find some more folks to represent us, because Georgia Power, they out here, girl, making us pay for everything. I am not paying for y'all $1 billion over budget nuclear plant. Y'all need to you need to take some of them funds out your own pocket. I can't be doing all this. But I'm feeling good. It's beautiful in Atlanta right now. It is finally getting cold enough where I don't have to have the AC on. Baby, the fact that my light bill has already went down, my pockets feel so much better. No pain, no gain. But with all that being said, I hope y'all are doing good. Let's go ahead and get to the tea for today. So let's go ahead and start with the mess, because Cardi B was in Twitter Spaces and she was going off on Armon Wiggins.
You talking out your 52 teeth, and I'm letting you talk it. You need to get on your knees and thank me, as I commend you to, because is eating off YouTube checks because of the brim. Talk about another for a whole month, and let's see if you gonna eat. You're not gonna. You a fake, and I let you play in my face for a long time. Who you think you're feeling like? Women don't hate gay men. Women hate gay men like you. Better be 40. You bragging about living in a $3,500 apartment in the Olympia, downtown LA. You think you look good to be talking about how other motherfuckers look? Who the fuck you think you are? You do not look good.
I did not know that Cardi B and Armon Wiggins used to be cool at one point, but apparently Cardi B has no problem letting it be known. Yeah, we was, and you played in my face. She had a lot of things to say in the Twitter Spaces. And Armon Wiggins, this... like, girl, you have been a mouthpiece for Nicki Minaj. You have played the fence. You have did some very egregious, disgusting things over the years. I had to remind some friends, yeah, Armon Wiggins has a history. He's transphobic. The stuff around Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, how he was talking about that, the baby oil incident, it's just, he has a history of doing these things. Like, he is a child with a platform that abuses it. And he is disgusting. I just really don't mess with him at all. I'm glad that Cardi B whacked him a couple of times. There was some things that Cardi B said that I was not a fan of. I do not agree with jokes about people having HIV. I'm never here for that. The House in Virginia line is tied through and delayed. This is not the 1990s. The fact that y'all are out here making HIV jokes is ridiculous, considering that you was just last week at an HIV PrEP campaign at a gay club. Like, that's what I be talking about. But these folks be getting, like, celebrities be getting deals to, like, sponsorships to, oh, like, PrEP, get on, do all this, take care of your sexual health. and then y'all out here making HIV jokes, and then y'all get paid by these pharmaceutical companies to be out here talking about PrEP. Like, y'all, she's relatable. I'm just not messing with it. But I'm glad that Cardi B did whack Armon Wiggins. It seemed like he was getting whacked by a couple of folks. And baby Nicki was nowhere to defend him because she was on the line talking about her own stuff. Cardi B basically just said, you ain't living the life that you think you living. Like, girl, I know where you stay at. That apartment in downtown LA, the little $3,500 apartment. Girl, she was Cardi B be having everybody tea. Cardi B knows, she said Olympia. Like, she know exactly where you are at. Like, Cardi B lives online. Like, and I think she knows the tea because she be reading the messages. Cardi B be in the messages, the requests. She be in there getting the tea. She knows folks. Like, girl. But you know what? One thing I will say, Cardi is as much mess she be keeping up with online. I ain't never heard one of her children walk in on her while she's doing it, hiding in the closet, girl. So let's talk about Keyshia Ka'Oir and Nicki Minaj. Keyshia Ka'Oir, girl, you got to come to the front because the girls are saying that you're giving scammer vibes. It doesn't surprise me. So there's been reports of Keyshia Ka'Oir selling some like mental health stuff on her website, or like you can come to her and book a consultation and she'll talk to you about what it's like being in a relationship with somebody who has paranoid schizophrenia and all the things. Like, you go to her website and pay $500 to talk to her or whatever. I'm going to be honest, like that, like those folks who sell consultation stuff like that, when she said that $1 million, I'll pay you $1 million to not do it. I was like, Keyshia Ka'Oir, you come on now, girl. Let's like, but you know, these folks are trapped in this. I have to live this specific type of way. Like, I had to keep up this lifestyle, and it really be hurting them. But to be out here charging folks, potentially vulnerable folks who are dealing with people who are family members or loved ones or whatever, who are dealing with paranoid schizophrenia, and to be charging folks $500 is, it's not giving Keyshia Ka'Oir. So Nicki Minaj went on her second rant about Keyshia Ka'Oir trying to be like her, and she made jokes about, girl, how is you saying you got stung by a bumblebee and a bee? Why you didn't tell these folks you want to be me? You really want to be me. That's why you got them titties done. Like, Nicki Minaj was in that Twitter space sounding like the ultimate villain, like in some type of gameplay, like Little Nightmares 3 or something, like talking about these things about Keyshia Ka'Oir. Girl, why is she in the middle of talking about this? Why does Papa Bear walk in?
Do not honor him. People who have eyes to see and really see know what you did to him and why you did it that day.
Hi, Diddy. Diddy.
Miss Jackson, I cannot. I can't. Like, all of the conversations about you being locked up in a closet and your child is in the next room, like your child coming in, sound like the door that opened, he coming in trying to speak to you, and the space just ended. Girl, what's going on? Like, put the phone down. Do you know how stupid it looks for you to be like, it just adds to something. It's just not right in that household. Like, you are on the Twitter spaces like whispering, yeah, Keyshia Ka'Oir, bumblebee, attack. You doing all this, like, the storytelling to these fans, and your child walking in. You can't say, hey, baby, give me a second. I'm out here being messy. Can they come get him? Like, you ain't even saying that. She just hangs up the phone. You are putting your son and your family in harm's way. You out here making AI videos of Jay-Z. You're saying all types of things about him. Like, you are causing attention upon yourself. Nobody's talking about you. Keyshia Ka'Oir didn't even talk about you on The Breakfast Club. Why are you self-sabotaging yourself? It does not look good. You look stupid. Like, you look stupid, and to be hanging the phone up like you scared like a little child, like you got caught or something. Like, girl, like, you get off alive.
Oh God, I can't stand these fools. Get off alive.
That's when the gay that Papa Bear came in and said, "Get off alive." Like that's what it. Ooh, I can't stand these fools. Like it was giving, "Get off alive." Like just Nicki, put the phone down. So moving on, who else needs to put the phone down? Put the podcast mics down. Can we come and put the podcast mics down? Kevin McCall was on the podcast and he was having a moment that was not pleasing to me, talking about Chris Brown being on this tour, singing songs that he helped write and was on, making millions of dollars, and he got this handy dandy food stamp card. I'm on food stamp.
Why the fuck I got an EBT card? And this is at Breezy, bro, and made 90 whatever the million, and it say KKKKK Mac. Can I get 25,000 for them four songs I owe you, bro? I just want to leave, bro.
Leading up to who he is.
I'm not even tripping though. I got an EBT card, my nigga. Like what the fuck? I can't even get nothing, bro, man. Y'all want to see me cry on here? So I'm on EBT, bro. Hey, that's why.
And he was just snot dripping, like. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Y'all got this grown man crying. This grown man is not just crying and being emotional, because there's nothing wrong with that, but he is like snot. He is having a moment. And I don't feel bad for Kevin McCall, considering what he did to Eva, his history and his past. Look it up, him being abusive. I do not care. Do not care. He was out here making comments about folks being gay and all. It's just like, you got way too many things. Like Kevin McCall, and you know what? I normally don't do this, but Kevin McCall, there is no reason why you should be out here and got no coin. I'm so sorry. Like, girl, you looking like that. You're dark skinned, you masked, girl. If you won't go and put some toe pictures or some feet pictures on Twitter and just take the gays' money, like they'd be real glad. You better start a OF or something. It's no excuse. You better have it tooted up or something. You better be like 4. It's no excuse. You have a gym body, you mask, and you attractive, girl. If you don't get up there and get on TikTok and do some jumping jacks, like and ask for some galaxies, there's no excuse. It's no excuse. You need to be out here doing the work. It ain't making no sense. Like you need to do it. You need to be out here doing it. Like, girl, I don't know if you can get you some Calvin Klein and do some jumping jacks on the TikTok live. Get you some Calvin Klein sweats and do some jumping jacks, or do some get ready with me's on TikTok. I'm telling you, the gays, girl, you charge them $100. They be ready to see it. You masked too? Oh, girl, that's affirming for them. They're going to pay you out the wazoo. Now the women's ain't gonna do it for you. The women's ain't gonna pay you. They don't see you like that because it ain't enough. It ain't enough. Like the men's, they gonna spend some coin. But Kevin, I ain't seeing it for you, sister. I'm not seeing it for you, girl. Go figure that out. But Chris Brown responded to it with a shady Instagram post. Like, it seems though he don't really care. Like, girl, you reap what you sow. Moving on, child. Let's talk about the bishop out in Detroit. It's so cold in the deep. How's 1200 supposed to keep me sleep? Like, so this bishop, and I talked about this on Patreon. I'm just gonna do a little small, something. I'm gonna give a small donation. Bishop Marvin Winans out here asking for $2,000 donations, and this sister walked up and said, "Okay, I ain't got number 1,200, but I'm working on the 800." Homeboy said, "Cut the cameras. That ain't what I told you."
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
This woman then comes out to say she don't think that she was being reprimanded in front of the church. She don't. Baby, this is what folks are saying about the church. Standing in the way of black liberation, standing in the way of freedom. This is giving cult. This man talking to y'all crazy, like, and he talks to women like that. It's so easy. to talk to women like that, because patriarchy is right on their side. Because this is how it's supposed to be. A man should be talking to you. Only a man should be on the pulpit. Only a man should be able to have the authority to speak the word of God. Baby, stand up. Y'all are under spells. There's no way this man would have been talking to me like that. I would have smacked him so hard, he would have thought he was giving his first baptism. Ain't no way. If that would have been my mom, I would have went up there and, like, the way that man jumped on that judge. That's exactly. Had you been talking to my mama like that, you would have had to see about me, Pastor. You would have had I would have hit you so hard you would have turned to Pastor Troy. It's no excuse. Y'all need to stand up. Fix it. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. Speaking of fix it, we got to talk about Wendy and Eddie Osefo. Wendy said, girl, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all need to drop them charges. Y'all need to prove some stuff, because that ain't y'all need to be getting Eddie together. So Wendy, after saying it's all good in the hood and God got her back and all these things, because y'all know one thing the Christians is going to do is let you know that they have done wrong, but God got them. God didn't stop them from doing it or told them not to, or they didn't piss God off with being greedy, but God got them after doing harm. So this is from page 6. Dr. Wendy Osefo demanded that her charges be dismissed in a recent filing. The Real Housewives of Potomac star, who was arrested alongside her husband Eddie Osefo on October the 9th, accused the police of an illegal arrest. Not only did the Bravo Levity 41 insist on October the 17th that there were defects in the charging document, but she claimed all evidence should be suppressed because of an unlawful search or seizure. Wendy demanded the same of wire and verbal communications due to an allegedly unlawful interception, also claiming that unlawful obtained admission statements or confessions should not be allowed as evidence. In a separate filing, Wendy's lawyer asked prosecutors for alleged evidence, a list of witnesses, polygraph results of witnesses, the names of any confidential informants, and copies of police report. My girl said, I ain't going down without a fight, and if I do go down, it's gonna be my husband, because I gotta raise these kids. I mean, if Eddie takes the charges and let his wife off, respect. I don't blame it. Like, girl, take it. You probably do a year or so, whatever, who knows, but I'm not a lawyer and I don't play one on TV. I'm not any of that, but I don't blame Eddie for, like, hey, I'm going to take it. This is my responsibility. This is some man stuff. This is a man's world. This is really giving that. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know that it's going to work. Nobody was harmed. Nobody should be going to jail. Nobody should be doing anything. Only thing they should be doing is paying this money back. That's it. That's the only thing they should be charged with. Hey, y'all need to pay this coin back. Like, nobody was harmed. They lied. They look stupid. They're embarrassed. All of that. Don't send them folks to jail. Like, they got kids. This is not that serious. Set up a payment plan. Let them pay this stuff off and move on about our business, because we don't have time for that. But this is the justice system, and we are talking about two black folks. Speaking of other charges, let's talk about Diddy. Diddy apparently reached out to the Trump administration and asked for a pardon. And the White House is saying, hey, girl, that ain't got nothing to do with us. We'll see what Trump does. Trump don't seem like that he's touching it. He don't seem like he want to touch it at all. But I guarantee you that Diddy wants him to. I guarantee you that Diddy wants Trump to do it. And Trump feels some type of way about some of the things that Diddy probably was saying during his administration and all that stuff. Like, girl, now y'all need him. Now y'all need him. So, I mean, there's been reports from Diddy's friend saying that he was asleep in prison or in the bunk or whatever, and another inmate pulled a knife out on him and told him, I'm gonna get you, sucker. Girl, it's not been reported, like, it's not been documented. This is only coming from Diddy's friend. Jail is a very dangerous place. It is a very dangerous place. I don't believe it, though. I don't believe that this happened. I don't believe this happened. I think this is a scheme to make it seem as though this is dangerous for him to be in here. He's a high profile individual. Like, we need to get this man out. He cannot do another year. He might not make it. As much time as you have taken from other women and other people, I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care. Like, the way that we saw that videotape in the hallway of you putting your hands on Cassie when she was trying to get away. Like, this woman was trying to I don't feel anything for you, girl. Like, oh, well, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Like, girl, you better get in there and grab some books and do some reading, do some push-ups. Go do some push-ups, do some crunches, Barbs. Like, I don't know. So, Diddy, girl, you're not getting a pardon from Trump. I don't think he's going to give you one. Maybe he will. If he does, that'll be something like abuser who's been accused of SA pardoning another one. Like, whoop-de-doo, you deserve to be in jail behind stealing a Chanel purse. At 60, get a job. Your job is to steal, and now your job is to sit in that bunk bed and grab some knives and butter your biscuit, okay? Best season ever. That's all I got. Let me know what y'all thought about all the topics in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.